Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sheena, and in today's video, I'm super excited because I'm going to do a mock call or a call simulation. And that means that I'm going to act as the call center agent, and somebody on the other end of the line is going to act as my customer. And by the end of this mock call, I'm also going to be discussing the call flow and the 7 steps that you need to do when you're assisting customers over the phone. So let's begin. Okay, so I already have my headset on, although I'm going to be using this microphone because it will cancel out the noise from my neighborhood, the cats and the dogs and my neighbor singing. But I'm going to wear this headset just to feel the call center agent vibe thing going on. Okay, let's begin. Hi, thank you for calling Power Up Company. This is Candice. How may I help you?
Hi Candice. So I'm calling because you guys overcharged me. My subscription to you guys is supposed to be a flat rate $30 per month, but for some reason I am seeing $33 on my paper bill for the month of July. So I don't know what's going on. I would really appreciate an explanation on this.
Sure, I'll be happy to pull up your account now and check the billing details for you. Can I have your account number together with your first and last name?
Sure, it's 12345, and my full name is Joan Williams.
Williams. Thank you, Joan. Just give me a few seconds to pull up your account. It was for the month of July this year, right? July 2020?
That's right.
Okay, let me see that. Okay, I have your account pulled up now, and I'm only seeing a $30 charge for the month of July this year. Could you recheck your bill and review the amount?
No, that can't be right. I am literally holding my bill right now, and it says July. And it says $33 in big bold letters. So maybe the charge was moved to June or August? I don't know. All I know is that you're overcharging me and it's written on my paper bill.
Yes, Joan. I also checked your other month's charges this year from January to July 2020. And all of these months, you were only charged $30. Let me just check further though. Your last year. Oh, although I am seeing a $33 charge here, but this was way back last year on July 2019. Would you mind checking the year of the billing paper you're holding right now?
Oh my God. Candace, I am so sorry to have wasted your time. I really thought this was a recent bill.
No, don't worry about it, Joan. You're fine.
This bill was literally on my table this morning. I must have dropped it when I was throwing garbage this morning. So embarrassing. My bad.
Oh, no problem. It happens. I mean, it happens to all of us, you know.
I know, right? Anyway, Candice, I won't waste any more of your time and thank you so much for your patience.
You're welcome, Joan. Is there anything else that I can help you with today, maybe?
No, that's all, Candice. I won't waste any more of your time. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Joan. Thank you for calling Power Up. Bye.
Bye, Candice.
Okay, that was done. All right, guys, so that was the mock call. As you probably noticed, that was very short and simple. And I did that on purpose because in this video, I am going to discuss the call flow or the 7 steps that you need to do when you're answering or assisting customers over the phone. Okay, so basically there are like 5 sequence in a call flow. There's the opening, there is the probing or asking questions, and there's the research, and then there's the resolution, and then closing the call. That's number 5. But instead of discussing those 5, I am going to discuss the 7 steps that you need to do when assisting customers over the phone. I think this is easier to understand because these are verbs. So these are instructions. So let's say, for example, that you're lost. You feel lost and you don't know what to do during a call. You just refer back to this guide, and the guide will tell you where you are during your call and what to do next. So think of this as your map when you're in a mock call or when you're talking to a real customer for that matter. Yeah, so let's begin. So the first step is open the call. How do you properly open a call? So first you have to state a greeting. You just have to say hi, hello, or good morning. And then thank you for calling the company's brand name. And then you have to state your first name so that the customer can address you properly. And then how may I help you? So in this call, it was, hi, thank you for calling Power Up Company. This is Candice. How may I help you? That's all you have to do. Now, depending on the company, the how may I help you could vary. Sometimes it could be, hi, thank you for calling this company. This is Candice. How can I make your day better? And it really depends on the company. Maybe they want to customize their opening call, and that's fine too. But how may I help you is pretty much the standard. You can never go wrong with it, so you're fine. Okay, so that is the opening. Now let's go to empathize or assure or both. I just said, sure, I'll be happy to pull up your account now and check the billing details for you. So that is like a one sentence assurance that I am going to help her. Did I have to empathize? No. Let me just insert this here and explain the difference between empathy, apology, and assurance. So when do you empathize? You empathize when you're saying sorry for the customer, but it's not necessarily your company's fault. For example, you're saying, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That must be really hard for you. That is empathy. But what if it is your company's fault that the customer is experiencing an issue? In that case, you need to apologize to the customer. You just have to say, I apologize for this inconvenience. That is apology. That is owning up to your mistakes. You don't want to apologize when it's not clear or you're not sure or it's just plainly not your company's fault. That would be owning up to a mistake that you didn't commit. That would be bad because the customer would think that it is your duty to fix that, even if it's not your company's fault. And then we have assurance. This is applicable when the customer is only asking for an information. She just wants an answer, not much emotion involved from the customer. And this is the case in this mock call. The customer was just asking a question and she just wanted her question answered. If there's any emotion, it was a little bit of confusion, but in the end, it was her fault. So in this call, assurance was enough. I did not have to empathize and certainly not apologize. Next, number 3. Number 3 is confirm the account. Confirming the account of a customer is very important. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to forget this if you don't want your grade, your mock call score to be deducted. This is very important for security purposes because you really want to make sure that the person you're talking to is the owner of the account. And so you should never forget this. Now, obviously, there are situations when you don't have to confirm the customer's account, and that is if the customer doesn't have an account with the company. But in this call, the customer actually had an account with the company. So in this case, I ask the customer to confirm her account. And so I ask her about her account number, her first and last name. Step number 4 is probe or ask relevant questions if applicable. Probing, guys, is when you ask a customer a question in order to gain clarity of her situation, of her question, of her concern. And in this call, I asked her, it was in the month of July this year, right? July 2020. And that in itself is an example of a probing question because when she said July at the start of the call, she didn't really say 2020. And me, I didn't want to assume. I really need to make sure that she's talking about the correct year and correct month. Then I asked her whether or not she's talking about July 2020. And so she said yes. So that was probing. Also, guys, I also want to remind you that probing in some situation is not necessary because you only ask questions when you don't fully understand what the customer is asking, when you don't fully understand her concern, when you need more information. That is a time when you need to probe. But there are situations when the customer's concern is really just one simple sentence and you can just answer it right away. Then you don't have to ask questions. You only need to ask questions when you don't understand fully the customer's question or situation, or you need more information. But if you already understand what the customer is asking 100%, you don't need to ask those questions. Usually when I call some call centers and I ask them a really simple question like, okay, how much is the cost for this? And then the agents ask a probing question and ask me back, okay, just to clarify, ma'am, you want to know the price of this package. But in that case, you don't really need to ask the question. You don't really need to ask the customer the question because you already know it's very simple. You just have to answer right away. And yeah, and this is one of those cases when you don't really need to probe all the time. Probing, you only need to do probing. You only need to ask questions when you don't know all the information. That's it. Okay, so step number 5 is solve the problem or answer the question. Self-explanatory. This is where you answer the customer's question. After gathering all the information, this is where you give her the answer. Or if the customer has a problem, this is where you give her the solution. Or if the solution she is asking for is not possible, then you can just give her an alternative resolution. So the resolution part during the call was when I told the customer that there was no $33 charge on the month of July 2020. This is the part where I informed the customer and I was able to answer her question. So this is the resolution part. And then the step number 6 is offer additional assistance. This is very easy. This is just a one simple sentence. But if you miss this, you will miss points as well. I was a QA before for 2 years, and every time an agent forgets to offer additional assistance, then it's a -10. That's big. That's a substantial deduction. So you don't want to forget this. It's very simple. You just have to say, is there anything else that I can help you with today? And there it is. You earn 10 points. The importance of offering additional assistance is that you're basically telling the customer that, hey, I am here and I'm willing to help you if you have any other concern. It makes the customer feel heard and feel that she matters to the company. And that's only one sentence, but it's very important in customer service. Is there anything else that I can help you with today? Very good. Very important. Don't forget it. And the number 7 and the last part of the call is to close the call. To close the call, you just have to say, thank you for calling, company name, and have a good day. That's it. Done. Okay, guys, so I am done with a mock call. I am done with the call flow. In my next video of mock calls, I am going to make the customers a little bit more difficult, their situations and problems a little bit more complicated, and the call a little bit longer. Because my goal for making these videos of mock calls is to expose you to different scenarios, to different personalities of customers, so you will basically have a realistic experience of how it is really to answer calls over the phone. probably also noticed that I did a little bit of edit with my voice. The customer, that was actually my voice. The customer's voice was actually mine. I just edited a bit to make it sound more different from my voice. Edited, edit, I also edited it to make sure that it sounds like the customer is talking through the telephone, because it will help you guys. It will help you once you're on the floor and you're handling a mock call or an actual call from a customer. You're gonna get used to it, and you're not gonna be as anxious as you would be than when it's your first time hearing that kind of setting. And if you just got hired or you have no call center experience and you want to pass your call center training, maybe you already passed your call center interview and you just really want to improve your call handling skills, subscribe to my channel, because I am going to be uploading around maybe 10 to 15 videos of mock calls, different situations, different scenarios, different customers, different complexities of problems. So pretty much by the end of these videos, you should have a good foundation of call handling skills. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. That's all, guys. Okay, bye. I'm hungry.